Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Day. It's me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time I'm going to be reviewing The First Omen. Now this, of course, is the prequel to the 1976 original, where we learn the origin of how the very first, Omen was born. Of course, that being Damien. We follow an American nun named Margaret, who is working at a church in Roma. But of course, very disturbing things start happening over there, and she questions exactly what her fate is, like what exactly is her fate over there after she uncovers some dark secrets of what exactly is she's supposed to be doing over there. And of course, she's there for a very big reason, a very, very disturbing reason. And yeah, I had low expectations for this film because we haven't been getting, well, I don't really need to repeat myself again. Just forget that because, yeah, but, when it comes to movies like this, there have rarely been any horror movie prequels that actually manage to be, actually worth a viewing. And when it comes to, film spin-offs of popular franchises, they can be either hit or miss. The Exorcist Believer was, that film just, it was bad. It was really bad. When it comes to the Exorcist movies, I feel like it only has one good sequel. And when it comes to The Omen, I feel like it has only one good movie. Because does anyone even remember the sequels or the remake? Well, believe it or not, shockingly, this I think is the best film since the original. This is both a creepy film and a film that doesn't entirely just rely on just, being generic, because there are often times, well, I thought the first act was a little weak when it, at least after the first 5 minutes, because, it does have the titular, jump scare, but there isn't like a whole lot of them. And oftentimes there are moments of the movie, like deaths in the movie, that I thought were kind of predictable. I feel like the movie just ends up getting better and just ends up getting more interesting as the film progresses, because this film can get bonkers, like insanely dark, and just it left it left me on a grotesque, feeling by the end of the film, and it ended up being, yeah, quite not what I expected. Now, when it comes to the original film, I feel like that film definitely had a more suspenseful feeling rather than a grotesque feeling, because while there are some deaths that are quite disturbing, this one just goes all out with gore once in a while. But that original film, I feel like, managed to be so effective that it's hard for another film to top this. And while I don't think this is flat out better than the original, I feel like this movie manages to do enough justice in order for it to be a suspenseful and dark time. The main lead role is very strong here and manages to give a very, very solid performance. And as the movie just progresses, like the last 20 minutes, just it was a roller coaster ride that I really was not expecting. As the film progressed, I was all like, okay, I think I kind of know what's happening here, and this is the origin story, obviously, of how the First Omen, or Damien, was born. But if I go into all that, it will be in spoiler territory. And in all honesty, I just really didn't think this movie was going to be all that good. I mean, I wanted to see Monkey Man first, but I want to see this one just in case, because I know Monkey Man is more than likely going to be really good. So that's why I kind of wanted to save the best for last. But you know what? After watching this film, it surprisingly didn't matter. Because while the movie did manage to have like a kind of a, I wouldn't necessarily say weak first act that I'm usually used to seeing in horror films, because it does manage to kind of like not be all that intense, but as it progressed, it just got better and better, and I managed to see myself having a pretty gruesome and pretty dark time. In the end, guys, The First Omen, I cannot believe how good it was. It managed to succeed at being both a creep fest, at least during the later act of the movie. The first act, I thought, was a little bit, used to what we're seeing when it comes to opening acts in horror films, but it managed to get better and creepier as time progresses, and I was actually really hooked of what was going on. And while it did feel a little bit predictable at first, it later down the line, anything could have happened. So this is definitely one of the best horror prequels I have seen in quite some time. It might make more money if it was the Halloween season, but nevertheless, it's still worth your time. If you're a fan of the first film, then I'd recommend giving it a watch. Moving day is today. It's April 5th, and yeah, this is when I'm going to be moving out. I'm going to be very busy today, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be seeing Monkey Man yet, but I forgot my air conditioner was on, but yeah. Yeah, I cannot wait to move into my new place, but I know it's going to be very exhausting, so yeah, I'm gonna work the weekend, with getting that place straight, then I'll make the tour video. So yeah, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.